Hello, guys. Welcome to episode number 16 here with your Ottawa Senators. We're here in year number 5 in round number 1, going up against the Montreal Canadiens for the second year in a row. We had a great year this year, 55-21-6, good for the President's Trophy. Everybody was having good career years this year. We'll take a look. I'll show you guys the points again. Barzal 93, Besser 88, Meyer and Shabbat 75, Pinto on the third line was 61. Kachuk had a rebound year at 57. Batherson had 52. White and DeBrusk had 60. Hartman 37. Severson 37. The defense was great. And the bottom 6 were great too as well. So, we all had a great year. Goaltending was a bit different. Gustafson, not too bad of a year for a backup, but Thatcher Demko as a starter with a .899 save percentage was not the greatest. He was hurt for a while, but it's still not the greatest. Let's hope we can change that when it comes to the Canadiens series we're going up against. Now let's go. I'll show you guys the lines for Montreal one more time, just so you know what we're going up against. Kind of the same team as last year, just a bit older now. So Brendan Saad, Jesperi Kotkaniemi, and Alexander Holtz for the first line. On Alex Janssen-Fajalbi, Brad Lampert, and Nick Suzuki, Sven Berchi, Jason Dickinson, and Matt Nieto, and Barclay Goodrow, Ryan Poling, and Alan McShane. I think we have a better offense. Sure, they've got that 85 on that third line by the looks of it. We have that too with Batherson and Pinto, so I'm not too concerned about the bottom pairing. The top pairing, I think we do have them beat, though, depending on what their chemistry looks like. Because, if Jesperi Kotkaniemi sitting at a 93, 94, then he's not too far off from Matt Barzal. Defense, this is where they're going to be a bit weaker. So Will Butcher, Oli Mata for that first pair, weak as can be. Noah Juleson and Christopher Tanev still weak, I think, as well. Victor Mete and Josh Brook, once again, very weak, I find. Goaltenders, even weaker. Caden Primo and Jonas Korpisalo, I think they have a weak defense and a weak goaltending core. When it comes to scratch, Shea Weber, Cale Fleury, and Yanni Fairbrother. So I'm hoping that we can beat them again this year like we did last year. When it comes to this, though, we don't have the option for Duclair. We don't have the guy we can put on that first line to give a +3. I'm just looking here. We do have a +3. It's just that Timo Meier is injured right now. I forgot Josh Norris is playing in for Timo Meier. He should be back not too long. But, we've got +1s everywhere and a +5 on defense, so I'm not too concerned, but I'm hoping that we can not give up a couple games to them. Take a quick look. This is when Myers coming back. He'll be back April 18th, so he's not too far behind. And then Sean Walker lacerated his arm. He's just depth for us. So he should be back within a week. Myers, let's hope we can go without it. So let's go into game number 1 here in Ottawa against the Montreal Canadiens. First game, first period. Okay, we got one right there. Colin White gets one on Jonas Korpisalo from the face-off circle. Pretty much not too long into the game, actually. 42 seconds in. Let's see if we continue that into the second period. We do not get anything, but we still have that lead. Thatcher Demko holding the fort down. We're going to do real-time simulation. We got a 4-on-3. There we go. Brock Besser, same spot like Colin White. Another power play. Now Montreal's on a power play. Long power play. Who took the penalty? But we got another power play. Nothing going so far. Both goaltenders playing great. Time's ticking down under 5 minutes. Thomas Chabot, one on Jonas Korpisalo right there. And Montreal the late power play. But Thatcher Demko holds the fort down and shuts them out. 30 saves for the shutout. We got 32 on them. So Chabot, Besser, and Colin White. So right there, we got our second line going. Unlike last year, like I said, I wanted to upgrade that. That's why we got Jake DeBrusk. Christian Yaros in the minors is injured, but there we go. Good start to the first game of the series. Shane Pinto has decided to renew his contract, so he's going to be signed for a bit longer with us. So that's perfect. We signed him last episode, trying to keep him on the third line happily there. So let's just go game number 2. Let's see if we can continue this on home ice with the advantage. Let's see if we can continue at first period. No scoring whatsoever. They have one more shot than us, so not a bad first period for both teams. Both goaltenders playing great again. Let's go second period. And they get one. It's Fajalbi getting one on a power play. Let's see if we can come back in this third period. And then Dickinson gets one early on Demko. Come on, Ottawa. We got to get something on Corpusalo, is it? Power play for us? Can we get a power play? No, we can't. Don't get shut out by them. Because then they're going to ride the momentum back to Montreal. And it looks like Montreal will shut us out here. Under 5 minutes to go here. And no, we get one Ryan Hartman right there from the 2 minutes and a half, 2.5 minutes. We get one right there, Miles Wood, with 30 seconds left. And the Ottawa Senators have forced overtime. That bottom six right there, Ryan Hartman from an odd angle in the corner gets one. And then Miles Wood with 29 seconds left gets one on Corpusalo. So we're going to overtime. If you all know me, you all know I hate overtime in this simulation. Anything can happen. Let's go. We came back. We ended here in overtime too. And we do, I believe, right there. Colin White again. He's got 2 this playoffs. But we come back down 2-0 at one point, and we get 3 goals with we got one with 2:45 left, one with 29 seconds, and then not even 4 minutes into overtime, we get one as well. So Ottawa takes a 2-0 series lead back to Montreal. Colin White playing great so far in these playoffs. Mind you, I think the whole team played great. Timo Meier's still not back, so we're still going with that Josh Norris line up on the first line. Let's go back. Let's go up to the third game. Sorry, let's simulate the third. All right, first period. We get 2 right there. Josh Norris on that first line, and then Brady Tkachuk on the second. Power play goal, sorry. So we're up 2-0 on Montreal on their barn. Let's see if we continue that in the second period. We got one more, Jacob Bernard Docker from the point. Up 3-0, and then Nick Suzuki, barely 15 seconds in, but Colin White gets another one, shorty goal. Colin White playing great these playoffs so far. He's been our MVP. That second line. He's an 87 playing as an 88 on the second line. So that's a steal for us if we can re-sign him to stay on that second line. Thatcher Demko, it's all up to you now, buddy. You gotta keep the pucks out, and he will. Ottawa takes a 3-0 series lead into game number 4 with a 4-1 win against Montreal. Colin White, 3 goals, 3 games. He's playing great. We're not breaking up. Timo Meier's back, so that first line is going back to a +3. He's a right winger. Let me take a look here. Technically 87 Tkachuk, 88 White, 86 DeBrusque. That's a great second line. But Myers back to that +3 is returning for us. All right, let's see here if we can sweep the series. Ottawa, as a franchise, has never swept a series in their history. I probably just jinxed it for us, but let's see. First period. Okay, we even the shots. Brad Lampard gets one, and Hoodler gets another one. Gets one for us. So tied at 1. We're double the shots on them, but let's see if we continue the second period. Okay, we tied them again. Brock Besser, but Sven Baertschi gets one late with a minute 20 left. Let's see if we can close it. We're outshooting them 29-13. I just realized that. We're outplaying them. Thatcher Demko struggling, I guess. But a power play here for us. We can't get anything going there. But Brendan Saad gets one on the side. They've only got 16 shots. So we're probably playing terribly defensively here. But 3-2 lead for them. We've come back before. Can we do it again? There we go. Brock Besser with 2 minutes, 10 seconds left. And we are going to overtime. 42 shots for us. So Corpusalo's in net for them. He's playing great. He's got 39 saves. Meanwhile, Thatcher Demko's only faced 20. So say what you want, but I believe there's a little bit of ice tilting here. Overtime. Can we get one here? And the shots keep rising for us. 45 now for us. Power play for them. They don't get anything. Power play for us, nothing. Power play for them again. Okay, nothing for us. We're almost at 50 shots, and they're not even at 30 yet. They get 30 before we hit 50. We're at 50 now. 50 shots for us, and we are going to double overtime. 54 shots to 31. So our offense is firing. Their offense, no, but their defense is playing great. We have a power play early. There we go. Colin White, the legend. 55 shots that game for us, but Colin White again. 4 goals in 4 games. And we sweep them. Ottawa's never done that in their franchise. Never swept the series in their life. We're going to simulate up here quickly to when we get to the next round, and we'll talk about this. Brock Besser led the way with 5 points. He played great that last game in Montreal. Okay, NHL playoffs is up, and we're going up against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Something else Ottawa's never done in their franchise, beat the Maple Leafs in the playoffs. We're going to look at their team shortly. Let's take a look at our team, though. That's regular season stats. My apologies, guys. Team stats, player stats. So that playoff, Brock Besser led the way with 5 points. But like I said, Colin White had 4 goals in 4 games. He came up clutch for us. He had an overtime winner. He had 2 game-winning goals, I'm pretty sure. So Colin White played great that entire series. How long of a contract does he have left? He's got 2 more years left. Okay, so we got to make sure he signs for us. David Severson had 4. Barzell had 4. Hoodler 3. Shabbat 3. Pinto 3. Who struggled? Okay, Shabbat had 2, but that's fine. Or Kachuk, sorry. Meyer had 2 in 1 game. Batherson had 2. I'm not overly complaining. I mean, DeBrusque only had 1 assist, but I'm not complaining with that. Actually, everybody had a pretty good round that series. Goaltending wise, how did Demko look? There we go. That's what we brought him in for. That could change easily though. But a .953 save percentage and a 1.36 goals against average. We're going up against, I'm thinking, still a strong Toronto team. But we do know that Morgan Riley does not play for them. So you know what? We're going to take a look at what we're going up against. Nothing is certain, obviously, in the NHL playoffs. But let's see what the Toronto Maple Leafs are icing. So William Nylander, Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner. That first line, 3 90s. And if that's a chemistry line, they might be playing as 99s. How do they do season-wise? Nylander had 91. Matthews had 87. And Marner had 88. Okay, so that first line is like us. The same draft class, literally. Hopefully that we can pull something out. Because that second line there, Kerfoot 88, Tavares 90, Kapanen 86. So they are a strong team offensively. In the top 6, though, if we take a look at the bottom 6, Jesper Fast, Nick Robertson, and Valery Nishishkin, Brendan Lemieux, Antti Sumelo, and Logan O'Connor. So they have a weak bottom 6, but a firing top 6. So if we could shut down the top 6 somehow, that bottom 6 doesn't look too scary to me whatsoever. Defense, Rasmus Sandin, Jake Muzzin, Nikita Zadorov, Timothy Liljegren, Joel Pearson, and Dylan DeMello, but he's got the Marlies logo. That's interesting. Scratched, Michael Grabner, Dennis Mulligan, and Mikko Kokkonen, goaltenders. Freddie Anderson, and Joseph Wool. So, interesting team we're going up against, I'll say the least. How many games did it take for them to beat Buffalo? It took them 7 games to beat Buffalo. Obviously, this could change no matter what, guys. But let's just take a look at what Buffalo iced, and we'll see what we're essentially how they struggle against Buffalo. Dominic Cahoon, Jack Eichel, Elias Lindholm, Reinhart, Middlestat, Schultz, Lindbaum, Achari, Levo, Olsen, Cozens, and Vetrano. That's not too bad of a team, but I can see why they struggled a bit. McCabe, Jokeru, Hobbs, Darling, Pellet, and Jeff Skinner apparently plays defense now. Ristolainen, Wilson, Balsers. Interesting teams. Okay, so you know what? I'm hoping this is a competitive series. I'm hoping it goes the full distance, all 7. And I'm really hoping that we can get over this second round hump and move on to the conference finals. But we got to take it one game at a time, obviously. We're in the remaining 8, so I can't complain. But that's it for me here, guys. Short episode today. We beat Montreal at 4. We're going up against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Drop in the comments what you think is going to happen next episode against the Leafs, if we're going to beat them or they're going to beat us. But I'll see you guys next episode, and you guys take care.